Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Cal Poly's 72nd Spring Commencement Ceremony. I'm Kathleen Enns Finken, and it's my privilege as Cal Poly's Provost to preside over today's joyous ceremony. It's my pleasure to present Cal Poly's Wind Orchestra, led by Dr. Andy McMahon. Soloist Caitlin Holliday from the College of Liberal Arts will be singing our national anthem. ROTC cadets of Cal Poly's Military Science Department, led by Cadet Battalion Commander Jasper Bolton, under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Joel Newsome, will post the colors. Please rise and remain standing until the color guard has exited the field. Color guard, please post the colors. Please be seated. We have so many reasons to be proud today. As a university, we are conferring more than 4,200 degrees upon deserving scholars. Each of our students has worked very hard, and encouraging them at every step of the way have been very talented and dedicated faculty and staff, as well as many parents, brothers and sisters, family members, and friends. Graduates, we all have a great deal invested in your success. Cal Poly graduates, you are expected to enter the world poised to make a difference in your professions and through service to your communities. During your time in San Luis Obispo, you have improved this community. We are confident about the contributions you will make to improving the world around you. A few of you have prepared to serve in the most unselfish way of all. This weekend, we are graduating 5 students who will be commissioned as second lieutenants in the United States Army. We cannot thank you enough for your willingness to serve. We are indebted to all who have served in the military, and I ask that all active servicemen and women and veterans in our audience today to please stand and be recognized for your service to our country. Thank you very much. Following traditions begun in the great universities of medieval times, we are assembled to welcome these graduates into the company of educated men and women. It is a time when we all can share in the pride and look with them towards the future. Joining me on the stage here are members of the President's Party, including, as you would expect, President Jeffrey D. Armstrong. Honorees, special guests, and individuals invited to address the graduates will be introduced later in the program. Other members of the President's Party with us today are Deborah Reed, Vice President for University Advancement, Dr. Philip Bailey, Dean, College of Science and Mathematics, Dr. Leanne Burning, Grand Marshal, and Dr. Sonia Glassmeyer, Grand Marshal. Members of the President's Party, please stand to be recognized. At this time, I would like to ask A. Robert Linscheid, Chair of the California State University Board of Trustees, to say a few words.
Well, good morning. You know, when I hear the word Robert, I'm thinking my mother's saying I'm in trouble, so Bob is good. You know, I have the pleasure of representing the alumni on the CSU Board of Trustees, and I'm a proud alum of the CSU, as you graduates will be as well. And since 2005, which I began my service to the state of California on this board, Cal Poly has graduated almost 32,000 men and women to the California and the national workforce. Clearly, you can see that Cal Poly is working for California. But there's another interesting statistic since 2005, because most of you know that Facebook didn't exist, Twitter was a sound, the cloud was something up in the sky, 3G was a parking space, and applications are what you sent to college. And Skype was a typo. So the question is today, you worked very hard to receive the degrees you're about to receive, okay? The question is, what will happen tomorrow? So today, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, the California State University, and the Chancellor, we congratulate you on your today and look forward to celebrating your tomorrow. Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Keith Humphrey, to come forward.
Thank you, Madam Provost. Good morning, and congratulations to the class of 2013. Yeah. Let me add myself to the long list of individuals that are proud of what you have accomplished and the legacy that you leave at Cal Poly as a class. We are all Cal Poly proud today, and we want you to carry that pride forward as you leave campus. Today is your last class with us, and I know that Cal Poly students don't text, tweet, or Facebook in class, but just in case any of you have your phones with you today, make sure that you're tweeting your thoughts and Instagramming your great photos of today's event to hashtag CalPolyProud. More importantly, today I have the distinct honor of introducing to you your student body president. Before we welcome her to the podium, let me share some brief thoughts on the legacy of our own Katie Morrow. Katie is thoughtful and wise beyond her years. She's handled major campus issues this year with grace and poise, always putting Cal Poly students in the best light. Even though she came to Cal Poly to learn by doing, she did just as much teaching by doing in the way she approached her presidency. I count myself as one of the lucky who have had the opportunity to work closely with Katie and learn from her. I've been at Cal Poly for a little over 4 months, so I haven't had the benefit of learning from Katie as long as the rest of us, but what she has taught me will stay with me for the rest of my life. I know that many of you feel the same way about someone who lives the principles of the Mustang way each day: pride, responsibility, and character. Katie Morrow is the Mustang way. Yes. And so, class of 2013, for the last time, please welcome your president, Katie Morrow.
Thank you, Dr. Humphrey. Cal Poly class of 2013, how are you doing this morning? All right. Oh, okay. So before I get started, I'd like us all to send a very warm round of applause to all of our supporters, our parents, our faculty, and our friends who have gotten us here today. Well, I am so honored to speak to all of you on this special day. I know that you and your families have been waiting for this day for a very long time, and you made it. So congratulations to each of you. Recently, I've been asking a lot of people what it was that made them come here. Why did they say yes to this acceptance letter? I heard a lot of the same answers. We loved the idea of learn by doing. We couldn't resist Firestone Tri-Tip, or we just felt right on campus. One graduate told me that she decided to go to Cal Poly at the last second because it's just one of those meant-to-be places. Although these might be the first answers we think of, I think it was something more that we were looking for when we chose to start our 4 to 6 year adventure here. We were looking for a place to get some big mistakes out of our system, a place where we could fail miserably on a presentation, go to tot night with friends on a Wednesday when we probably should have stayed in, miss the mark with business attire at our first interview, and embarrass ourselves in classes like rodeo or beekeeping. We were looking for a safe place that would keep working with us as we learned lessons like group members will never pull equal weight, and a college degree is nothing without a college experience. Everyone in this stadium had to take risks and make sacrifices to get to where you are sitting right now at your college graduation. I wanted to look back on some of the things on this campus that have changed since we started. So think back to your first visit to campus. We had only one Starbucks. Remember when we couldn't wear tank tops to the rec center? We didn't have a Target or a leisure pool that looks like a resort, and President Armstrong hadn't even joined us yet. And you came to Cal Poly, so excited to be a Mustang, not knowing what to expect from your time on campus. You didn't quite understand the challenges ahead, but you were determined to meet them. I hope that this is exactly how you will go into your next step in life. Parents and supporters, you should be proud. The graduates that you came to support today have learned how to be leaders, how to balance the fun stuff with the hard stuff, and even how to ask for help when we need it. We made some mistakes before we came to Cal Poly. We made many while we were here. And we will continue to make mistakes that may drive you crazy. Please, give us this chance to follow our gut, to use what we have learned along the way, and to define success for ourselves. The graduates in front of me today have all of the tools to make us very proud. Graduates, think back to when you received that Cal Poly acceptance letter. Consider how much you have changed. Thank the people that helped you to get to this ceremony today, and be proud. You are ready for your next step. Congratulations.
Thank you, Katie. It's now my pleasure to introduce you to Rick Floyd, Southern California Regional Director for the Cal Poly Alumni Association, who will speak to you on behalf of our alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Floyd.
Thank you, Dr. Ensfinken, distinguished faculty, staff, family, friends, and especially the class of 2013. On behalf of the Cal Poly Alumni Association, it's my honor to congratulate you and welcome you to the 150,000 member strong, proud Cal Poly family. What does it mean to be Cal Poly proud? Perhaps you first felt it when you opened your message of admission to this exceptional institution 4 years ago, or when you slipped into the green and gold for the first time, or maybe it emerged moments ago as you marched through campus and into Spanos Stadium, head held high, surrounded by the friends that you've made between the countless hours of hard work in labs, classrooms, in the field, and throughout this remarkable place that you've called home. As I stand before you today, a fellow alumnus, I feel Cal Poly pride. I see you written on your faces and those of your family and friends that are here to support you today. Cal Poly proud is a priceless byproduct of learn by doing. I felt it when I completed my senior project for low-income housing in Oceano. I felt it when I took my first job right here in San Luis Obispo, working for another Cal Poly grad who was the developer, builder, and owner of the Creamery Shopping Center. And I feel Cal Poly proud today when my business partner, who I met all those years ago at Cal Poly, when he and I create new businesses in the real estate investment, architecture, and construction fields. It's what sets us apart from our peers. It fuels our futures. It opens our doors. It inspires us to make great things possible. And it lives on outside these walls, beyond this place, and throughout the world. The Cal Poly Alumni Association will keep you connected to the university. These people, this feeling of pride, by staying connected through our LinkedIn network and by keeping a Cal Poly email address, you will remain tied to thousands, actually tens of thousands of others who share your story, who are part of the same family, and who will enable you to parlay your degree into a fruitful future. So today, you're not leaving Cal Poly. You're in the family. You're in the proud family for life. As a product of learn by doing myself, it's my pleasure to welcome you. So congratulations, class of 2013. Stay proud, stay connected, and welcome to the family.
Thank you, Rick. Now please welcome Professor Stephen Rain, the chair of the Cal Poly Academic Senate, who will speak to you on behalf of the outstanding faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Rain.
On behalf of the faculty, I want to congratulate those of you who are graduating today. Speaking for the faculty, and that's often a dangerous thing to do because we don't often agree on a lot of things, but I do know we agree on this. We would like to welcome you into the grand tradition of the Academy. The Academy has a long history, back to ancient Greece, Rome, Cairo, and then the Middle Ages and the Renaissance in Western Europe, where we got the fancy outfits that we're wearing today. Even though our roots and your roots now are very deep, I want to remind you that it is 151 years ago since Abraham Lincoln took time out of the Civil War to sign the Morrill Act to give birth to public higher education in the United States. The total cost was more than the cost of Alaska. To quote from that act, the purpose was, without excluding other scientific and classical studies, including military tactic, to teach such branches of learning as are related to agriculture and the mechanic arts, in such a manner as legislatures of the states may respectively prescribe in order to promote the liberal and practical education of the industrial classes in several pursuits and the professions in life. Our nation and the state of California believe that you are worth investing in, that you all are benefiting our economy and our nation by your additional education. Malcolm Gladwell, in his book Outliers, reminds us that it takes talent, hard work, and luck to be a superstar, an outlier in any one discipline. Even if one is never lucky enough to be that superstar, for those of you with talent, it only takes 10,000 hours worth of decade work, think 5 years of working full-time, to become an expert in any one area. For those of you who've been here 4 or 5 or so years, following the 25-35 program, you've put in 10,000 hours into becoming an expert in college. However, in your individual majors, we've set you up to become experts in your particular area of study. Finish the job. We've started you down the path of learn by doing. You now need to continue your pursuit of the arts, the sciences, and technology that will allow you to be an expert in your chosen field and a lifelong learner. Do us proud by your continual striving for excellence, for that is the Mustang way. Now, from a distinctly faculty perspective, we know you are capable of this. We've seen it. We've seen you all struggle in some courses and blossom in others. We've seen when you've had to spend hours and hours on a homework assignment or a paper for a class outside your primary area of study. We know when you went above and beyond what it takes and that it was a challenge sometimes. We applaud you in your shining success and in the times when you struggled but still got it done. We are proud of you and want to congratulate you today on your graduation.
Thank you, Steve. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the president of Cal Poly, Dr. Jeffrey D. Armstrong.
Good morning and congratulations, graduates. Every year at this ceremony, the president of Cal Poly has the privilege and honor of recognizing various individuals that have contributed to Cal Poly. Today I have the added privilege of recognizing the contributions of one of my predecessors. President Emeritus Warren Baker, would you please stand and be recognized? There's not enough time today to talk about all that Dr. Baker accomplished in his 31 years as president of Cal Poly. Suffice to say, Dr. Baker has done much to make Cal Poly the outstanding university it is today. And every day I personally come face to face with some aspect of the university whose tradition of excellence can be traced to Dr. Baker's leadership and devotion. Dr. Baker, on behalf of the entire Cal Poly family, thank you for joining us today. And later this year, we look forward to honoring you with opening the Warren J. Baker Center for Science and Math. Thank you. Central to the educational mission of Cal Poly is our faculty who serve with outstanding qualifications and a deep dedication in teaching, research, and service. This year, the Distinguished Teaching Award Committee of the Academic Senate selected 3 recipients to be recognized for their exceptional ability as educators. The Cal Poly Alumni Association, representing over 150,000 alumni nationwide, joins the Senate in recognizing these distinguished teachers and in celebrating the key role our faculty members play in preparing you for success in life. The recipients of this year's Distinguished Teaching Awards are Dr. Seth Bush, Professor of Chemistry and Biochemistry in the College of Science and Math, Dr. Jamie Nolan, Professor of Animal Science in the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences, and Dr. Dylan Retzik, Professor of Mathematics in the College of Science and Math. These individuals will be recognized tomorrow, but let's give them a round of applause. In addition, the Distinguished Scholarship Award Committee of the Academic Senate selected 2 recipients to be recognized this year. Will Professor Lanny Griffin please step forward? The Distinguished Scholarship Award was established to acknowledge the important place of research and creative and scholarly activity in the careers of Cal Poly's outstanding and dedicated teaching faculty. Please join me in recognizing Lanny Griffin, Professor of Biomedical and General Engineering in the College of Engineering, the recipient of the Distinguished Scholarship Award. Thank you, Lanny. Congratulations. Well done. Dr. Bernard Duffy, Professor of Communication Studies in the College of Liberal Arts, will be recognized in tomorrow's ceremony, and please join me in congratulating him in advance. Next, I would like to ask President Baker to assist me in conferring an honorary degree on behalf of Cal Poly and the California State University. And I also invite Alfred Koyawama to step forward to receive the Honorary Doctor of Science degree.
Alfred Koyawama is an extraordinarily accomplished man of many talents. No doubt you've gathered this from your program today. You might read about his success in fields such as engineering, where he has the patented guidance system for the F-15, the 747, and Air Force One. In the field of art, he was selected as the American Artist for Permanent Archives in the Smithsonian. And if you've visited the Southwest, you've had the opportunity to see the extraordinary work that Al does. In the humanities, he's Fulbright Fellowship to work with the Maori of New Zealand. And if you're wondering which aspect of his career brings Mr. Koyawama the highest level of satisfaction, you may be surprised to learn it's none of these. When he talks about his life's work, Mr. Koyawama usually begins by talking about ASIS, the American Indian Science and Engineering Society, which he co-founded and chaired in 1977. Earning his Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering from Cal Poly in 1961, Mr. Koyawama knows firsthand what the mastery of the STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, can mean to a student's future, and in turn, how we all benefit when STEM graduates from diverse backgrounds work on the thorny challenges facing today's world. In founding ASIS, Mr. Koyawama's goal was to increase representation of American Indians and Alaskan Natives in STEM fields by supporting and engaging from pre-college days on into retirement. In its 35 years, ASIS has established 177 college chapters plus 160 affiliated K-12 schools and 13 professional chapters. And it has granted more than $8.7 million in scholarships to nearly 5,000 students. We're proud that Mr. Koyawama chose Cal Poly to serve as the foundation for his career and his interdisciplinary and creative contributions to society. His continued influence on campus is reflected equally well in his acclaimed Corn Mother sculpture on permanent display in the Performing Arts Center on the campus. and by the thriving student members of Cal Poly's own ACES chapter. In recognition of his influence in the fields of engineering and his creative works that inspire society, the Board of Trustees of the California State University and California Polytechnic State University are proud to confer upon Alfred Koya-Waima an honorary Doctor of Science degree. Congratulations, Al.
Alfred Koya-Waima, on the recommendation of the faculty of California Polytechnic State University and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I am indeed proud to confer upon you the honorary degree of Doctor of Science with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Graduates and guests, please join me in congratulating our honorary degree recipient. Thank you. It's now my pleasure to call on Dr. Alfred Koya-Waima to address the graduates of the class of 2013. Thank you.
President Armstrong, President Emeritus Baker, Board of Trustees, members of the Cal Poly faculty, and the Cal Poly community. I'm truly humbled by this honor. I'll treasure this for the rest of my life. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm a little bit emotional. I feel that when I saw all the graduates coming in here. The Cal Poly pride, I was feeling that too. I've been gone just for a few years, as you can see in the program. I wish my wife, Leslie, was well enough to have joined me here in this wonderful place, and we had wonderful memories here at Cal Poly, and we have a significant memory of our engagement at Avila Beach during Poly Royal 53 years ago. And there yes, I didn't plan on the wind there. So I wonder, is Avila still 101 still a popular elective? It is? Okay. Now it's time to really address the important people of this day. Good morning, graduates. Congratulations on your achievement. Really, congratulations. And parents, congratulations to you for supporting your children. Now they're not children anymore. I'm glad to be here today to celebrate this important milestone in your life's journey. 52 years ago, I was a graduate sitting where you're sitting. And yes, I must admit, I don't recall a thing that the keynote speaker had to say. However, I'm aware that I'm the last hurdle before all of you cross the finish line as graduates. I keep that in mind. This morning, I'd like to share one idea and one story. You've all heard the expression, follow your dreams. Today, I want to substitute an alternative idea for your consideration. Find your calling. So what is the difference between a dream and your calling? Simply put, a dream is something that is intriguing to you, and that you imagine, while your calling is something powerful that calls you very passionately and surely to take action. I believe each one of you will be looking for creative ways to make a difference in this world. As you interact in this changing world, there are going to be opportunities that come along which uniquely involve you, your personal style, your talents, and your interests. This opportunity, this calling could happen in your career or could happen just as well outside of your career. You'll know when an important opportunity has arrived, as it will start to draw on your passion. Somewhere inside you, you will feel motivated to take action. Now, what might this action of making a difference look like? In basic forms, it can be as simple as being kind or generous to someone, or helping someone out of a difficult situation, or becoming a mentor. In a more involved form, making a difference will require more of your time, your leadership abilities, and your organizational capabilities. In creating positive change, you will likely be doing more for others than you'll be doing for yourself. This kind of opportunity is often more people-oriented, but it can be innovation-oriented as well, such as finding solutions to provide clean water for the human race, or to help satisfy hunger, or to prevent certain diseases. Given that human needs and inequities exist in abundance throughout the world, your opportunities are limitless. Now I'd like to share my story of finding a calling and helping to make a difference. This story began here at Cal Poly, which has a long tradition of sharing in diversity. Many of you speak more than one language. America is a nation of immigrants. All but 3% of us who wake up every morning as the indigenous peoples of America. I am Hopi. I am Native American. As such, I live in two worlds, one modern, one ancient. Managing this cultural intersection is a challenge in my life's journey. I know that my journey and your journey would not be possible without your family, mentors who are loving, caring, encouraging, and simply amazing. Remember your professors. They were your mentors too. They brought confidence and understanding into your life. Future mentors in your life will listen, share their wisdom, and tell the truth about yourself. The mentor that had the most influence on my life was my aunt, Elizabeth. Elizabeth was born in 1890 in the Arizona Territory at our ancient village of Orfalea. That is where my ancestors lived since 1100 AD. And Orfalea is the oldest continuously settled community in the entire United States. Ultimately, Elizabeth became the first Hopi woman to attend college and become a teacher. In her teaching, she promoted math and science at a time when it was assumed that Native Americans' minds were not capable of comprehending such subjects. She was largely responsible for changing the federal government's approach to American Indian education. Elizabeth's inspiring story of adapting to modern world and quietly moving mountains to achieve positive change is told in her book, No Turning Back. In our earlier years, I was instilled with her ideas of improving the future for Native peoples through education, but I had no idea what role I might play in her vision. In 1976, the question was answered. This is where and when I experienced my calling to help make a difference. I was in the middle of an intense period in my career, and one day I happened to see a news article about a university program that was experimenting with introducing American Indians to engineering. That captured my imagination. After a few calls, I found myself engaged with 5 American scientists and engineers, and they shared my passions and my imaginations. We shared that together. That was the wake-up call for the 6 of us. In 1977, we formed the American Indian Science and Engineering Society. We call that ACES. Now, to talk about Native Americans and science and engineering in the same sentence, at one time didn't seem to make a lot of sense. We created an operational organization through intense personal efforts of our 6 co-founders. We searched for and were able to enlist 30 American Indian scientists and engineers in our quest, looking for individuals throughout the United States. A board of directors was formed, I was elected chairman, and the real work began. Our formidable challenge was this: no government agency or private organization had ever viewed American Indians as having the intellectual capacity to study science, technology, engineering, and math, which we know today by the acronym STEM. Frankly, to stimulate STEM education in the American Indian community was an immense undertaking, an undertaking considered by many as just not possible. For example, there were almost no Native Americans students that were ready for entry into the college-level STEM curriculums. However, our call was so strong, we committed ourselves to step beyond our comfort zones and to create a new vision. ACES was not about building a new system or writing some new software or about changing others' attitudes, but it was about changing our own attitudes, our lives, our future course, or our people through STEM education, while retaining our deeply rooted traditional values of over 500 tribal nations in the United States. Although we encountered obstacles, such as finding funding, we made rapid progress by engaging partnerships with academic, tribal, and corporate decision makers. As a result, 35 years later, our original small ACES family has grown to more than 12,000 new graduates. So how was this achievement accomplished? We developed strong professional staff and a membership base. ACES employs a full circle of support model that begins in pre-college programs, progresses into the collegiate life, and then on into professional development. ACES developed a network of 300 student chapters at all different levels. A leadership training conference, regional and national conferences are held every year. We publish the Winds of Change magazine, plus an annual guide to universities. ACES assists with scholarships, internships, and job search. I also note that ACES has a student chapter here at Cal Poly since 1991. I've had the privilege of serving ACES through finding my calling. This kind of experience has profoundly enriched my life as it can yours. Graduates, I encourage you to go out and find your calling. Such personal efforts will bring reality to your spiritual faith and release into action the very best of your God-given traits: kindness, patience, and ultimately love. Reaching out and making a difference in the lives of others may well be the most satisfying legacy of your life. You're graduating today from one of the finest universities in America. Learn by doing has prepared you in a way that will lead you to many successes in life. When setbacks occur, remember who you are. Summon the courage to renew your efforts with persistence and endurance. Keep your hopes in abundance. Never lose that hope. The world is a smaller and more interconnected place now. More than ever, America is in need of your abilities and your leadership. I expect your generation will change the world in positive ways that we cannot presently imagine. And I would expect some of you to be standing here years from now, telling your story and encouraging others to find their calling. In closing, in our ACES family, we have the saying, "The honor of one is the honor of all." Consequently, all of you share in my honor today. May God bless each one of you in your life's journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Koyawama. President Armstrong, our faculty has certified that the candidates before you have met the requirement for their degrees in their respective disciplines and the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. The college deans have recommended that master's degree candidates who have achieved high grade point averages graduate with distinction. Will those master's degree candidates graduating with distinction please stand and be recognized? Thank you. I'm pleased to recognize students who are graduating with honors. Graduates with grade point averages from 3.5 to 3.7 are designated cum laude. Graduates with this honor, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Graduates with a grade point average from 3.7 to 3.85 are designated magna cum laude. Graduates with this honor, will you please stand and be recognized? Thank you. And now, graduates with a grade point average above 3.85 are designated as summa cum laude. Will you please stand and be recognized as well? Congratulations to you all. The college deans and I will now begin the presentation of candidates. President Jeffrey D. Armstrong will confer the degrees. President Armstrong, I am pleased to present Dr. Richard Savage, Director of Graduate Education, who will present the master's degree candidates.
Thank you, Provost Heinz-Feinken. Among the master's degree candidates honored today is one student who has been selected to receive a special award. I would like to invite Aldrin, Montana, to step forward. An outstanding thesis award in recognition of overall thesis quality has been awarded to Aldrin, Montana from the College of Engineering. Aldrin's theses involve developing software to support and enable microbial contamination source tracking research being conducted in environments such as Pismo Beach or Slow Creek. In states like California, microbial contamination presents a serious threat to both its vast agricultural as well as tourism industries. Microbial source tracking is one of the first lines of defense against bacterial contamination of the environment. He has published his results in the IEEE Bioinformatics and Biomedicine Proceedings and won the Best Paper Award at the American Society of Engineering Education Conference earlier this year in Riverside. Aldrin has accepted a position at Workaday in Pleasanton, California, and plans to continue on towards his PhD in the near future. I would like to invite Dean Larson to join President Armstrong in presenting the award. We're good. We're good. We're done. All right, let's get to it. Faculty representing the master's degree programs, please stand and remain standing. Master's degree candidates, please stand and remain standing. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty involved with our graduate programs, I am honored to present these master's degree candidates.
Master's candidates, on the recommendation of the faculty of California Polytechnic State University and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I now confer upon each of you the master's degree appropriate to your program with all the attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations.
Graduates and faculty, you may be seated.
Cal Poly recognizes seniors from each college for academic excellence, contributions to their college, service to the university, and service to the community. These individuals are listed in the graduates program on page 11. The Academic Excellence awardees will receive special recognition during the conferral of bachelor's degrees. The award is determined in each college by consultation with the faculty and is based on achieving an outstanding grade point average and participating in significant academic, curricular, and co-curricular projects and activities. President Armstrong, I present Professor Christine Theodoropoulos, Dean of the College of Architecture and Environmental Design.
I would like to invite Sarah Brown to step forward. Sarah is the outstanding senior selected to receive the College of Architecture and Environmental Design Honor for Academic Excellence. Sarah is from San Jose, California, and is graduating summa cum laude with a Bachelor of Architecture degree and a minor in English. As a student in Cal Poly's honors program, Sarah studied abroad in Florence and pursued her interest in photography. She is looking forward to joining an interior architecture design firm in the Bay Area. Congratulations, Sarah. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Architecture and Environmental Design, I am pleased to present Sarah Brown, the senior from our college, to be recognized for academic excellence. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Architecture and Environmental Design, I am honored to present these candidates for graduation. Bachelor's degree candidates, on the recommendation, oh, excuse me.
Just have them stand.
Did I?
No, you're fine. Just ask them to stand.
Just ask them to stand.
Okay, bachelor's degree candidates from the College of Architecture and Environmental Design, please stand. So now, President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Architecture and Environmental Design, I am honored to present these candidates for graduation.
Thank you. Bachelor's degree candidates, on the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Architecture and Environmental Design, and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I now confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree appropriate to your program with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations, graduates.
Graduates, you may be seated.
President Armstrong, I present Dr. Deb Larson, Dean of the College of Engineering.
I would like to invite the College of Engineering's outstanding senior, Andrew Nahab, to step forward. Mechanical Engineering senior, Andrew Nahab, who is from Riverside, California, is the college's 2013 outstanding senior because of his academic excellence. Andrew holds the distinction of the highest cumulative grade point average in the college of 3.978. And he did that in 4 years. During this time, Andrew was the recipient of 4 scholarships and held 3 different internships. Andrew likes to relax by competing in intramural volleyball and playing his trombone in the Cal Poly's Wind Orchestra. When asked who his favorite professor was, Andrew, who is ever the gentleman, said all of his professors were his favorites. But he does admire those who instruct in the thermofluids area. Andrew is an active member of his church and has completed many trips to various countries of South America to serve on construction project teams. After graduation today, Andrew will join another missionary team and travel to Tole, Panama to volunteer for 2 weeks of service. When he returns, Andrews will be joining Phillips 66 as a project engineer at the Rodeo, California refinery. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Engineering, I am pleased to present the graduating senior from our college who is to be recognized for academic excellence. I present Andrew Nahab. Faculty from the College of Engineering, please stand to be recognized. Bachelor degree candidates from the College of Engineering, please stand and remain standing. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Engineering, I am honored to present these candidates for graduation.
Bachelor's degree candidates, on the recommendation of the faculty of the College of Engineering and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I now confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree appropriate to your program with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations, graduates.
Graduates and faculty of the College of Engineering, please be seated.
President Armstrong, I now present Dr. Dave Christie, Dean of the College of the Orfalea College of Business.
I would like to invite Elise Mincy to step forward. Elise is the outstanding senior selected to receive the Orfalea College of Business Honor for Academic Excellence. Elise Mincy is a daughter of Steve and Pam Mincy of Hillsborough, California. Her sister Kimberly also joins our celebration today. Both her grandfather and her father attended Cal Poly. Her dad is CEO at DES Architects and Engineers in the Bay Area. Today, Elise receives her business administration degree in finance with a minor in economics. She has been on the dean's list and president's list every term, graduating with a GPA of 3.983. In addition to her academic performance, Elise was an officer in the Financial Management Association, participated in the Orfalea College Leadership Summit, was a member of the Cal Poly CFA Challenge, where Elise passed the Chartered Financial Analyst Level 1 exam on her first try in December. Elise has a study abroad experience at Imperial College London, 2 summer internships, and will join the San Francisco office of Ernst & Young Financial Services this year. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty of the Orfalea College of Business, I'm pleased to present Elise Mincy, the senior from our college, to be recognized for academic excellence. Faculty from the Orfalea College of Business, please stand and be recognized. And bachelor's degree candidates from the Orfalea College of Business, please stand and remain standing. President Armstrong, on behalf of the faculty of the Orfalea College of Business, I am honored to present these candidates for graduation.
Bachelor's candidates, on the recommendation of the faculty of the Orfalea College of Business and by the authority vested in me by the trustees of the California State University, I now confer upon each of you the bachelor's degree appropriate to your program with all attendant rights, responsibilities, and distinctions. Congratulations, graduates.
Graduates, please be seated.
We're drawing to the close, but there's a couple of things that I want to do. One, something I should have done just a few moments ago, is I want to present our honorary degree recipient, Dr. Alfred Koyawama, his certificate. I want him to be official.
Thank you. Tell me that's giving back.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. That's giving back. Students, next I want you to join me in honoring 2 groups of people whose efforts and concern have helped you reach this important point in your careers. First, let's recognize the faculty and staff who make up this great university. Over the years you have been at Cal Poly, they have worked diligently to teach you, support you, and inspire you. They have dedicated their professional lives to their disciplines and to your success. They have earned our appreciation and respect. Will all of our faculty and staff please stand? I ask today's graduates and family and guests to please join me in recognizing these outstanding faculty and staff. Please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. There's another group of people that must also be honored. They are your strongest supporters, giving you boundless encouragement and love, as well as considerable help in other ways as you've prepared yourselves to move out into the world. And yes, that considerable help has been financial help. I am talking about your family, of course. They take great pride in you, and your graduation today is a singular achievement on their part as well. Will all the parents, spouses, partners, and other family members please stand? Let's give them a round of applause. Please stand. And you're all now part of the Cal Poly family as well. It's also very critical and important that we recognize and acknowledge the support provided by the citizens of California, who through their tax dollars in support of the California State University system have invested so much in this great university over 112 years. Let's please thank the state, also Trustee Linscheid. And now, following the tradition of commencement ceremonies everywhere, it's my opportunity and honor to give you a brief charge, and I promise it will be brief. Graduates, we believe in you. We're proud of you, just as Rick Floyd mentioned earlier. Equally important, graduates, we're counting on you. We are counting on you to flourish as resourceful professionals and innovative leaders. The kind of people that California and the world have come to expect from Cal Poly. We are counting on you to become the engaged citizens that America needs to sustain our democracy, the kind of creative people who can solve tough problems, the kind of people willing to do big things and small things that will improve our society, the kind of people who will care about something larger than themselves. Yes, we have expectations of you, and I know that may cause a bit of anxiety. But have confidence. You are well prepared for taking on this responsibility. You are well prepared for what life will bring. Life won't always go your way, and it surely won't always be fair. You will undoubtedly make mistakes. You will get things wrong. But if you have fully embraced learn by doing, you will not fear failure. Failure is just another word for experience, and you know how to learn from experience. You've heard references today to the Mustang way, to the principles that define the pride, responsibility, and character of Cal Poly Mustangs. While it is a new idea to call these the Mustang way, these principles themselves have been a Cal Poly hallmark for a long, long time. These principles say essentially that as Cal Poly Mustangs, we should undertake all our actions and decisions with perseverance, honor, and character. It is the Mustang way to embrace and support one another, to approach each other with mutual respect, and it is the Mustang way to celebrate rather than fear the differences that make us unique individuals. And Mustangs take pride in accepting this personal responsibility. Now, graduates, there's an important point. Until today, your contract with Cal Poly has been temporary. Either side, you or the university, could break the bond. But now, it's permanent. The bond is permanent. As graduates and alumni, you are, from this day forward, permanently part of the Cal Poly family, Cal Poly proud. Cal Poly proud. And as I said to many of you in line earlier today, make time to come back and visit us. Come home often. Please find ways to remain engaged in the life of this great university. Share your experiences as a mentor to students. Help them find internships. Urge your company to tap into Cal Poly's expertise and be an advocate for Cal Poly among your friends and employers. And yes, I am sure that you will acquire financial resources. I urge you to be very generous in investing those resources to help others, your family, to improve the world around you. And yes, please remember Cal Poly in that way as well. Finally, I want to reflect upon why your Cal Poly degree is so valuable. A Cal Poly degree is so valuable in large part because of a virtuous circle that starts with the tens of thousands of alumni who came before you. And you've seen a great example in this today with Dr. Al Koyawama. They forged Cal Poly's reputation by the outstanding manner in which they made their way in the world, by the contributions they have made to their professions, by their engagement in the civic life of their communities. Yes, through their words and their deeds, they have created Cal Poly's reputation. It is their integrity and their accomplishments that have determined the high value of your degree. I'm confident that you are prepared to follow in their footsteps, that through your accomplishments and good works, you will further enhance Cal Poly's reputation, and you will make us all Cal Poly proud. On behalf of the Cal Poly faculty and staff, the Cal Poly family, and on behalf of all of those who came before you, we wish you great success, and we are so excited as we see in the future your accomplishments as they unfold. Audience, would you join me in congratulating the class of 2013 one more time? Okay, graduates, there's one more thing. I need you all to stand. I have the honor of leading you in performing the turning of the tassel. Would you please move the tassel on your cap to the right side, to the left, signifying that you are graduates and members of the Cal Poly family. Congratulations.
As Provost of California Polytechnic State University, I extend to each and every one of you my own personal congratulations. I wish you every success in the future. Thank you, friends and family, for joining us today. We'll now begin the recessional after the singing of the alma mater. The president and his party will lead the recessional, and we will have the post-commencement events beginning around 15 minutes after we leave the stadium. Guests and graduates of the College of Architecture and Environmental Design, please remain in the stadium for your post-commencement ceremony. And for those leaving the stadium, we encourage you to move beyond the stadium gates so that everyone else may leave behind you. And now, if you could locate the alma mater in your commencement booklet, and please rise for the singing of All Hail Green and Gold.